Hiding inside of this box is a $70 RC crawler from Vevor, also known as the Speed Race Off-Road Climbing Vehicle. And don't worry, this bad boy's set up to let you climb a mountain bravely. And if you're thinking this truck looks familiar, that's because it's actually WL Toys 2428, which that's Vevor's entire business model as a giant white label, private label company. Take decent, semi-affordable products, slap their own name on it, and sell it to their customers. And in several instances, like their RC vehicles, they just use the actual manufacturer's packaging and just slap their name on the outside box, and usually the manual or sneak a sheet inside. Now at only $70, this little crawler has a batch mix of good and bad reviews, so let's pop it open and see if this deal is too good to be true. But first, the boring stuff. As always, guys, we do not get Jack Daily Squad for free. I purchased this RC crawler with my own money. We are not sponsored by Vevor. Vevor did not send us anything to do this review. We did sign up for their affiliate program though, so if you click the links down in the description below to their website or their Amazon and you purchase anything, we will get a small commission at no extra cost to you. We also have links down below to our own website if you want to check out other RC cars, boats, planes that we actually sell. Link will be down in the description below as well. Back to the video. First impression out of the package, this thing looks really, really good for being a toyish hobby grade RC crawler. If we lift that up and to the side, we'll open that in a minute. All right, and inside the bottom box, that's where you're gonna find all the extra goodies that come with this crawler, like this really insane remote. And actually, check this thing out. They even give you a protective sleeve for the handle so you know it's serious. Oh no. Okay, so this is not grippy at all. This is like hard plastic, but this thing is just huge. Looking at the bottom, looks like it's gonna take 4 AAA batteries. Does look really good. It is all just plastic. Foam grip on the wheel, and you do get a thumb steer, which is awesome to see with a little crawler, and super helpful because I will probably be driving this one-handed, but maybe not. Might actually get to use 2 hands with this one because it has a freaking phone holder. Looks like you do have a steering trim and you have a button up here, I'm guessing, for the lights. No throttle trim or dual rates or anything like that. Also, I do have to say the trigger on this does feel pretty decent. They even have a little brake rotor and caliper inside the wheel. That's pretty sweet. And it does look like this phone holder can be flat or you can actually angle it up too, which is pretty sweet. Also included in the box is a bag, which hides a baby little Phillips screwdriver, a USB style charger, not just one, but 2 sketchy looking 2S LiPo batteries that are each 350 mAh. And then finally the WL Toys manual with the Vevor branded insert inside. Now inside of here, you should have everything you need, including a complete parts list and breakdowns, exploded views if you want to order spare parts or upgrades. And the cool thing about being WL Toys is their parts are everywhere on Alibaba, eBay, places like that. There are dealers and distributors that carry stuff, and there's a lot of aftermarket upgrades for these little guys. There we go. All right, guys, and like I said earlier, this body just looks really, really good. You do have a full-size functional spare on the back. You have molded ladders going down the sides. Looks like some molded tools. You got all the molded mirrors and handles and bumpers, and I mean, there's just a ton of stuff going on here. As for the wheels and tires, these look and feel really good too. These are insanely soft. It does feel like there's some kind of foam in there, that or maybe the tire's just so soft and thick it's folding in on itself, but either way, these should grip up really good. Now the crawler is on a hinge system, so we're gonna remove this body clip and it's gonna allow the whole thing to flip up, giving you easy access to everything inside. Holy baloney, check out the wiring job on that thing. There's this little control unit in the middle and there are wires going everywhere. As for other electronics included, you get this janky looking 2-in-1 ESC and receiver unit, and that's going to be connected down to that tiny little brushed motor sitting inside the frame. Speaking of which, this is a metal 2-piece frame, but pretty much everything else is plastic, including the body mounts, the bumpers, composite shocks, plastic or composite drive shafts, and links, along with this bottom brace. Now your axles are plastic front and rear as well, along with all your steering links. You have a tiny little servo inside of there. It is 3 wires, so upgrade should be easy to find, and you get Phillips hardware throughout the entire crawler. You do, however, get a metal motor mount sitting right there on the transmission, which is nice to see. And other than that, that's pretty much it. They kept it pretty simple, but overall, for being this cheap WL Toys RC crawler, I really did expect a lot more bounce out of the suspension. I mean, there still is a little bit there. I'm sure we're gonna get some body roll, but not as bad as I was expecting. So let's go get a battery charged up and get to crawling. Check out the wild battery system on here. So your battery sits way up here, and there's no battery like brace or strap or anything, but it does sit pretty tight. But and you got this long lead for a reason. That's because it connects way the freaking heck back here. That is insane. Power on our control power V8 super system here. Crank it on after. Whoa, 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 Jesus, what the hell? Hold on, put it in reverse, Terry.
Oh, Lord, Jesus. Ow.
Jesus, what the hell's going on? What the? Jeez. Jeez, I guess they weren't totally wrong about the super speed label on the remote. Lost a mirror there. Lord knows what else. Might be okay. The heck's going on there? Okay, so a little weird. I turned the remote on like you're supposed to do with most RC cars. Then I flipped the truck on the switch. The lights were just flashing. Nothing happened. So I held down this button, which says 1 to 2, which I didn't realize this truck actually has a 2-speed, which we'll be testing out in a minute. Either 2-speed or 2 different speeds from the ESC. I'm not quite sure because it is a pretty small transmission. But regardless, it works now, so that's good. A little janky, a little weird, but we got it working. Speaking of working, as you can see, there is tail lights, no reverse lights, more hazard lights and turn signals in the front. I'm not actually sure if you can shut the LEDs off. I don't think you can. You just have to unplug them if you don't want them working. But here's a low speed test of the suspension. That's fully pinned right there. And we're gonna crank her into high speed, set that in the middle, and watch the chaos unfold. Wow. Wheelie machine. Uh-oh, stuck. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, there we go. Yeah, push that box out of the way. Uh-oh. Now the rear's buried. Let's go ahead here at an angle and see if we can get across. Oh yeah, no problem. This thing's actually doing pretty decent right here. Now, listening closely to the truck when I'm hitting the different high and low speed modes, it does appear it's just the ESC making that change, and it doesn't actually have a high speed and low speed gearbox inside. I am utilizing the phone holder on the radio though, it's pretty cool. Oh, so close. Try to get it with mega speed now. Or maybe it might actually get it. Nope. So in that low speed mode, there is a bit of cogging once you get up to an obstacle. If you need the wheel spin, it's just not gonna be there. So you almost have to crawl in that high speed mode just to get the power you need from the ESC. Moves a lot easier with that. Oh, and we lost it. Our mirror fell out again. All right, see if we can get over these wood chunks fairly decent. Definitely not climbing up that thing. That's, 10 scale territory or better there. Headbutted a few times, I guess. Oh, that'd be funny. Actually, if we move that a little closer, we might be able to get that. We're gonna try it from right there. Oh, so close. You gotta gun it, but it gets close to getting there. Give it another shot here. Oh, nice, we made it. Pretty sweet. It is pretty torquey in that high speed mode. You do got a lot of body roll and just a little bit top heavy in general due to all the molded features and the big wheel back there, but it's not too bad, but it is very noticeable, and it does hinder you a little bit when trying to crawl. And we lost the mirror again. Might need to super glue this sucker down there if it's gonna keep popping out like that. You can kind of see how spongy the suspension really is going over this thick gravel here. That thing is bouncy. Mirror staying in so far though, which is good. It's already fallen out a few times. Oh, hello little bunny. See how well it makes up the hill climb here? No problem. So the crawler is struggling a little bit on these bigger rocks. I mean, it's kind of as to be expected with a small crawler, but to add to that, you really got to punch it to get over some of the obstacles. And without it actually having a true low speed and high speed gear and it just being the ESC settings, if you have it in that low speed mode and you need to get over something, it'll actually just not move sometimes if you get it hung up or caught right. So then you have to put it into the high speed mode and just crank on it. And it's so top heavy, usually when you crank it over the obstacle, it just wants to flip over. I think this might be too steep of a tree root, but we're gonna try to get up it. Maybe if we cheat. Nope. I think if we get the right line. Nope. Oh man. From this side a little more. It's that dang tree root right there. It's a little, or a plant right there. It's a little too back heavy of a truck. It just keeps temping. Nope. Oh, oh, no, no. Oh. All right, guys, that's going to be it on this little WL Toys Vevor Micro Mini RC Crawler. Definitely not going to be as competitive as the Axial, Traxxas, Hobby Plus, that sort of thing, but it is pretty much half the price. For 70 bucks, it's not a bad little crawler. Hand this off to a kid without having to worry. Or if you're not sure if 24th scale micro crawling is for you, this may be a good option to pick up, or just to add another micro crawler to the collection. You can never have too many of them. It does have the metal chassis if you want to do an upgrade build or something and you don't want to buy an expensive RC and then dump a ton more money into it. This could be a good way to get a cheap start and then just upgrade it from there as you go. Regardless, if you're interested in it, links will be down in the description below to Vevor's website, Vevor's Amazon page, and our own website if you want to check out other mini RC crawlers and RC cars, trucks, boats, helicopters, all that good stuff. And remember, keep it naughty.